Greetings. This is Iyanda Siraj, the eclectic high priestess, and it is my divine pleasure to be here with y'all in this space today while we explore this message that I got. Okay, I'm gonna give a moment and let myself take a moment to just thank the Holy Spirit, thank all my ancestors and my guardian angels, as well as all of the other beings that support me in the universe. I'm grateful to be here with this message. Okay, so just a little backstory on the message before we get into it. Just a few weeks ago, maybe like 2 weeks ago, the maintenance men in my apartments decided to repair a stairwell that had been that's in front of my building, and it was crumbling, like the cement was crumbling off. It wasn't wobbly or anything, but the cement was crumbling off, and it was clear that it was unsteady and that something wasn't right. And so ever since I moved in, it's been like that. I didn't put a maintenance report in. My neighbors didn't put a maintenance report in. Maintenance just decided that it was time to fix that thing. Okay. And then so they come over and, well, they let us know, hey, you may not be able to gain entry into your home all day this day. So we're like, all right, bet. I mean, we're confused about how we're supposed to get home because we live upstairs. But but we're like, all right, bet. So they show up not on the day it's scheduled, but on the next day, and they repair it. Okay. And so every time that I needed to leave my apartment, because I'm a whole stay-at-home mama with a whole bus route and drop-off route and everything, y'all. What's wrong, Maremi? You want more? So so yeah, so every time that I needed to get out, I didn't hesitate. I didn't lock myself in the house because they said I couldn't come out. When I needed to come out, I told them I needed to come out, and they made space for me to come out. All right. So that's the backstory, okay? So if you're with me, if you're tracking already, you can see where this is going already. You can see the things that stood out. One, it had needed to be repaired for some time. I wasn't ignoring it, but I wasn't concerned about it, okay? And this is the message for some of y'all. You were seeing something that wasn't right. You knew that it was off, but you wasn't worried about it. You climbed those steps every day, not concerned whether it was gonna crumble, whether you was gonna fall. You climbed those steps every day, sure that they was gonna let you climb. That's the first thing that I want to think of, that I want y'all to think about. And secondly, um, I didn't call them. I didn't report anything. This is something that maintenance was aware of. Maintenance knew it was a problem too, and at a very distinct point, very precise point, they decided that they were going to repair it. They did, not me. I didn't ask for anything. They decided they were going to repair it. That's a point for some of y'all. Some of y'all know that this problem exists. You're not waiting for somebody else to take care of it. You're just not allowing yourself to be hindered by whatever this is. Okay. And then you're like, well, shoot, it is what it is. I'm going to be good. So then the problem gets taken care of out of the blue. And you realize, I'll tell y'all what I realized. I had been climbing those rickety stairs, and it was taking a lot of my energy to get up those stairs every day, even though I wasn't realizing it. All right. And although I wasn't fixing it, the divine decided that it needed to be fixed. I don't know what it is for y'all out there. Let's see. That's the first message. Those are the first messages. Okay, so the other downloads regarding this, we're gonna get to here. All right, so right now we have healer. Okay, for some of you, you were feeling a block. Okay, so there's something you kept coming up against. All right, so this could be a personal healing issue. Let's see what it talks about. Maybe being taken advantage of, maybe healing your body, maybe fitness, um, general transmutation of energy. This is something that has been needing some help. Okay, you've been needing some what's it, attunement. You've been needing a tune up, a refresh. You've been needing to restart that regimen. You've been needing to do all those things, but maybe you hadn't been giving it your attention because it wasn't causing any problems for you. Okay. But spirit, Holy Spirit, your ancestors, your angel guides are about to bring in some healing for you, and you're about to see just how hard your body was actually working, or just how hard that project was, how hard you were making that project, okay? Because of whatever it was that you weren't paying attention to. And this is not a scolding. It's one of those things. The main message that I'm picking up is that spirit is going to take care of it, okay? A lot of times you already, what's wrong? No, you can have your drink. You want your drink? A lot of times, um, you'll be so busy just maintaining life, okay, just maintaining your everyday well-being, that there will be some things, especially those things that are not in your control, right? So there'll be some things that you just kind of like push to the side. You can't pay attention to them because it's not going to do you any good to worry about it, right? This is when spirit will swoop in, take care of it, and it will be then that you realize just how much of a hindrance, just how much of a blockage, just how much of a whatever that very thing was for you. Okay. Once spirit comes in and shifts it, heals it, takes it out of your way, whatever the case may be. All right. So that's definitely something I feel like here too. I'm also hearing a message about somebody who had been having a hard time connecting with other people. I'm not sure, you've been ignoring it, brushing off, choking it up to one thing or another. But spirit is saying they're getting ready to put you in a position where you need to realize that it was never a normal thing for you to be uh cast out. It was never a normal thing. Like, it was not the thing. All right, something that you just allowed because it wasn't bothering you. Okay. All right, spirit, what else you want to tell us about this message here? Oh, the other message. Remember I talked to y'all about how you were working to attain some type of goal. This could have been a personal goal, career goal, romantic goal. It really don't matter. Whatever the goal, you were working to attain this goal, and you were finding progress, but it seemed like it was slow, almost like the energy was leaking out to somewhere else. Okay, like you would know how much you were putting in there, and you know how much of a result you should have gotten out of it, and you wasn't getting that result. What I want to tell you is that the ladder was broken. The next step was broken. It wasn't available. So this is why you were kind of stuck and stagnant in this one place. It could have been some personal stuff that you needed to take care of too. But the overarching energy is giving me that the next place, your next landing step was not quite ready yet. So you were pushing, you were pushing, you were pushing. The next place wasn't ready yet. Okay. So that's another message here. Spirit, what do you want to tell us about that message? Determination to remain young in the body, mind, and spirit. Ability to see things with fresh eyes. All right. And so this problem that you kept bumping into, this goal that you just kept working at and just wasn't quite hitting the mark, it was meant to give you perspective from all sides of this thing. So that once you really do, once that next step was ready, this is a ladder, remember? You need that next step in order to climb to the next level. So when this next landing place was finally available to you, is finally available to, you will be so equipped. What is it? I don't know what you did with your straw. I'm not coming back there with you. You will be so equipped, okay, with these perspectives. All right. The reason I say that is because this is the child eternal card. This is an archetype. So you got the child archetype. This is kind of like Peter Pan energy, trying to remain young, trying to remain youthful, trying to keep fresh ideas, fresh perspectives. Okay. This is what this energy is. All right. So this is what you were doing. You were maintaining this energy this whole time. Okay. We got sunflowers here, meaning when one energy source ran out, you turn to another energy source. If someone didn't want to give you your praise, your accolade, if someone didn't want to feed your energy the way that you were feeding theirs, you turn to another energy source. For a lot of you, that energy source was the sun or a higher power, or whatever the case may be. You turn to a higher power so that you can begin to get recharged directly from source. There's a song that says that. He says, he says, I get my light right from the source. So that's what I want y'all to know. Somebody comment below. I get my light straight from the source. All right. I get my light straight from the source. All right. So that's somebody's message here. I'm also picking up too. For some of you, you were hoping to in this pursuit of these goals. One of the underlying things was that you wanted to create more independence for yourself. I feel like you wanted to release dependency on a lot of the people around you. Um, I think you have always been well taken care of. I think that you may have gone through bouts where you felt like you were not cared for, but you've always been very well cared for, taken care of. Okay, and I think that one of the things here is that you want to release from that. One of the things is that you're acknowledging that, and then releasing the dependency. Okay, not pushing away the help. Remember, there's a difference between pushing away help and acknowledging dependency. Okay. All right. All right, Spirit. They're being called to the top. What are they being called to the top for? Okay, somebody is being okay. So somebody's going to get an offer. It's going to seem like a major risk. I feel like even if this doesn't feel like a major risk to you, the people making the offer to you acknowledge that it could be a risk. Okay. I think they're going to take a leap of faith. Something that you something that they can provide you, they're going to provide you because of how you have just kind of like followed your intuition. Um, I'm also hearing too that for some of you, when you've been trying to get to this next step, you've been working through a karmic energy um, of worthiness, of feeling qualified or unqualified, whatever the case may be, whatever that is. But you decided to reach into the unknown. All right. Somebody decided to reach into the unknown. Somebody decided to climb, to skip that missing step in the ladder and try to reach up anyway. And I want to hear for that person, for the person who saw the missing ring in the ladder and decided to step past it to the next ring in the ladder, you are the one. You took the gamble, and this is why you're being called to the top. Okay, you're being called to the top, to the front of the line. You got chosen as line leader today. Okay, you got chosen as line leader today. What types of things are unfolding for this collective here? All right. So for some of you, the missing ring in the ladder was intentionally removed so that you couldn't get to the next step. All right. So for some of you, you were blocking yourself from attaining the knowledge, from attaining the clarity. But for others, there was something intentionally remove this ring in this ladder, the step of this ladder out so that you wouldn't be able to move to the next level. Okay. But what I want to tell you is that that was a God recognizes this, and you recognize this now, that there was someone misusing their power and knowledge to block you, okay? To block you from attaining some type of transformation, some type of level up, all right? Um, and I feel too, for another group of you, this is all the messages that are coming through. Sorry if they're all over the place, but for another group of you, your motives, your base motives, were why you couldn't go to the next level. You had everything else. You had the motivation, you had the knowledge, you had to get up and do it. You had it. But the one thing was that spirit needed you to reconnect with the true purpose behind what you were doing. All right? Hey, stop yelling at me. You want this off? You can have it off. Okay. Yeah. So, all right. So yeah, that's the message. One, your base motives were shifted as you went through this journey. When you kept getting stuck, you kind of recalibrating and re-equating and all this stuff, and you realize that the reason that you wanted this to be a success, or the reason that you wanted to get to this next level, was not truly aligned with the purpose that God or the universe had for you to be at this next level. All right. So the point was your vision was much smaller, or just misdirected. And spirit needed you to see, God needed you to see what the real purpose of you being in this position that has been offered to you. You needed to see what that was, what the real purpose was. All right. Spirit, do you have anything else to say about this message here? The ladder, they've been called to the top. Okay. I'm hearing. Okay, so if you feel like you being called to the top and you feel like you're getting ready to reach a breakthrough, that something is getting ready to happen for you, you should comment below. You should affirm it below and say, "I am being called to the top," and I answered. I answer yes. Yes, I say yes to the answer. Or I say yes to the call, okay? um, we got the addict card popping up here in the upright. I feel like you have confronted or acknowledged and confronted any type of addictive patterns, any type of codependency, as we talked about earlier today. You've acknowledged all of these things and have set forth a plan to make sure that change is experienced in these areas. We have a child wounded. All right, man, a lot of these experiences have created and cultivated so much compassion. All right, it's really taking you back to the heart, whereas your motivations and your goals would have been more outwardly or more worldly. These are now becoming more heart-centered agendas. Okay, and is no shame in it. It's just that you're now more deeply connected with this purpose, with this climb, with this ladder. You're more deeply in tune with this process that you've been in for some time now. Okay, and now is a good time to really forgive yourself. Okay, was it we ain't got no time for you to be wallowing in pity and sadness, because now you're prepared. Now the opportunity is here, so you don't have to find another time for all of that. All right, I mean, find time to forgive yourself, but you ain't gonna get to wallow in it over here. You about to get out? You getting out? All right, so really it's up to you, y'all. This card here is meant that you write your own archetype, the light attributes and the dark attributes or shadow ones. Come on, come on. Put your legs up there. Give me a hand. No, come on. You want my help? Come on. There you go. All right, y'all. All right, so this card is meant for you to feel it in yourself so that you can add an archetype to this deck. All right. And so the way that I've been reading this card since I've gotten this deck is the fact that this next chapter, the restrictions or the boundaries are in your hands. All right. So there's really no real true limitations here. Okay. It's only going to be the only limits are going to be the ones that you allow to be placed upon you. All right. So that's this here. If you decide that this new archetype that you're going to be is, I don't know, Midas, and you decide that everything you touch is going to turn to gold, okay? Then that's beautiful. Then that's what's going to happen, all right? And you're going to get the chance to embody that in this chapter, all right? I'm also hearing too, the word possession is coming up. I know everybody get freaked out when we start talking about possession, but I really feel like you're getting ready to possess attributes, or be possessed by archetypal energies that are going to really take you to the top, all right? And I'm using the word possess just because it's the right word to use. But in general terms, you are about to be inspired, imbued with the spirit of you've been missing. It's about to be infused into you. You are about to be empowered by it, and you're going to be inspired to act and move accordingly to what has been just put inside of you. Okay? So you are going to be possessed by these things, not by no evil spirits. We cast that out. Not by no demons. We cast that out. Not by fears, doubts, anxieties. We cast all of that out. You're going to